Have you ever been stopped in your tracks by a feeling so sudden and so vivid it seems to paint the surrounding air? A whisper of his cologne in a crowded elevator where he isn't. A warmth that floods your chest for no reason at all. Or a song on the radio that feels less like a coincidence and more like a direct message from the cosmos, plucking a chord strung taut between your heart and his. In these suspended moments, the silence isn't empty, it's humming. It's loaded with a question your soul is aching to answer. Is this just the echo of my own longing? Or is it proof that across the distance, he feels this too? What if I told you that your most aching moments of missing him are not a one-sided prayer sent into a void, but one half of a silent, vibrant, and incredibly active conversation? This connection you share is a living entity, and when the pull of separation grows strong, it doesn't just send you sentimental memories. It initiates a sophisticated divine protocol. The universe, in its infinite and often quirky wisdom, begins to transmit in a language beyond words, using the very fabric of your daily life as its canvas. These aren't random chills or fleeting daydreams. They are deliberate, coded signatures, sacred graffiti left on the walls of your reality, confirming that the bond is not only alive, but actively orchestrating your healing. The signs are everywhere, woven into your triggers and your sudden breakthroughs, waiting for you to learn how to read the map written in your own awakening. You're going about your day, trying to live your life, building your own happiness bricks by brick, and then it hits you. Not just a thought of him, not just a sweet, melancholy memory. No, this is different. This is a sudden, visceral tsunami of an old, familiar pain. A trigger so potent it feels like the ground has vanished beneath your feet. It might be a crushing wave of unworthiness after a minor setback, a paralyzing fear of abandonment when a friend simply cancels plans, or a fiery, irrational rage at a perceived injustice that feels far bigger than the situation warrants. Your first instinct is to panic. I was doing so well. I've gone backwards. All this progress wasted. You might even, in your frustration, blame him. His energy is messing with me again. He's thinking of me and sending this chaos. But what if I told you, with all the compassion and conviction my spirit can muster, that you have it entirely backwards? This isn't a regression. This is the universe's most advanced, and yes, most brutal form of delivery. A special delivery for your eyes and your healing only. Let me explain. Think of the twin flame connection not as a simple string between two hearts, but as a living, breathing, energetic organism, a single, shared soul system with two physical terminals, you and him. During separation, this system doesn't go dormant. It goes into intensive care. And when the longing, the missing, reaches a critical mass of pure, undistilled intensity on one end of the bond, it creates a potent vacuum, a sort of spiritual pressure cooker. This pressure has to go somewhere. It needs a release valve. And so, the universe, in its infinite and often mischievous wisdom, identifies which of you is, in that precise moment, the most open, the most spiritually available, the most ready to handle the voltage. It downloads the entire healing package for a specific shared wound directly into your field. It's the ultimate cosmic joke, really. You're missing his smile, his laugh, the way he made you feel seen. and the universe responds by handing you a scalpel and a mirror, asking you to perform surgery on the very part of yourself that feels unlovable without him. The irony is not lost on me, I assure you. This is what I call a mirror healing event. It's not him sending you his sadness. It's the entire soul system initiating a protocol to purge a virus you both carry. You become the designated healer for the collective unit. That sudden, inexplicable plunge into a core wound, the one you've always known in your heart of hearts he also struggles with, that's the sign. The most profound sign there is. It's not a sign that he's miserable. It's a sign that the bond is so alive, so active, that it's literally forcing evolution. His deep missing has become the wind at your back, pushing you toward a cliff of your own fear. Not to make you fall, but to teach you finally that you can fly. You are not being haunted by the ghost of his absence. You are being entrusted with the fire of your mutual transformation. And in that sacred, solitary act of your courage, at that moment you face that ancient wound and speak the words, "I release you. I love you anyway." You do not just heal yourself. You send a shockwave of liberation through the entire shared soul system. You create a new healed reality for both of you. You make it easier for him, wherever he is, to face his own reflection, because you've already changed the reflection in the mirror. It's the most selfless act of love this journey demands, to heal your half of the wound, trusting that it will echo in his spirit, loosening the chains you both forged long before you ever met in this life. And the most beautiful part? This is just one way the cosmos orchestrates your reunion. Once you understand how to work with these intense energies, the universe often brings in a supportive cast of soulmates to help you practice this new, healed version of love. But that, as they say, is a story for another moment. So, you've navigated the solitary hero's journey of the mirror healing event. You've faced down that ancient wound in the quiet of your own being, and you feel different, lighter, yet somehow more substantial. But the human heart is a funny thing. Just when you think you've mastered solitude, a whisper of loneliness can creep in. You find yourself in a crowded room or scrolling through your phone, and the thought arises, I wish he were here to see this, to understand who I'm becoming. And then something peculiar begins to happen. It starts subtly. A stranger at the coffee shop strikes up a conversation that feels eerily significant. An old friend you haven't spoken to in years messages you out of the blue with a piece of wisdom that lands directly in your soul. You join a new book club or a yoga class and feel an instant, profound resonance with someone, a feeling that you've known them forever, even though you've just met. This isn't a trickle of new acquaintances. It feels more like a cascade, a deliberate, almost orchestrated influx of souls who just get it, get you. Let me pull back the curtain for you, beautiful soul. This is not a consolation prize from the universe. This is not plan B, because your twin flame is still doing his own thing. This is, in fact, one of the most sophisticated and loving strategies the cosmos employs. When the intensity of the twin flame connection, that potent cocktail of missing and longing and unconditional love, reaches a fever pitch, it broadcasts a signal. It's like your soul sends out a cosmic bat signal. And who answers? Your soul family, your spiritual squad. Think of your twin flame as the sun in your personal solar system, a blinding, central, life-giving force. But what is a solar system with only one sun? Vast and empty. Your soul family is the planets, moons, and comets that make the cosmos a place of wonder and interaction. They are the other souls you've traveled with across lifetimes. The members of your spiritual tribe who have contracted to support your awakening. And when the sun goes through a period of intense solar flares, that's the missing, the energetic pull. It illuminates the entire system, making all the other celestial bodies suddenly visible and active. Here's the real magic, the part we often miss in our singular focus on the one. Each member of this incoming soul family carries a specific fragment of the mirror, where your twin flame holds up the entire, terrifying, and glorious picture of your soul. These souls hold up smaller, more manageable pieces. One new connection might reflect your dormant creativity back to you, encouraging you to paint again, just like he once did. Another might mirror his humor, making you laugh with the same deep belly joy, showing you that that particular frequency of happiness is not lost to you. Yet another might challenge a communication pattern or a fear of vulnerability in a way that feels safe, allowing you to practice a new way of being, a way you'll need when your twin returns. This is the universe's way of saying, you have done the hard, solitary work. Now, let's practice integration in the community. Let's show you that the love you feel for him is not a limited resource trapped in one person, but a universal force you are capable of channeling and receiving in 1,000 different forms. You see, the journey was never about building a shrine to a single soul. It was about learning the language of soul-level connection itself. By bringing in your soul family, the cosmos is giving you a safe, sprawling playground to become fluent in that language. It's showing you that you are not a half waiting to be made whole, but a whole, complete being capable of experiencing profound, multifaceted connection. You are learning to see the divine not just in his eyes, but in the eyes of the kindred spirit you met last Tuesday, in the wisdom of a sudden mentor, in the unconditional support of a new friend who feels like home. This cascading influx is the ultimate proof that you are never, ever alone. It is the universe's embodied embrace, a tangible network of light being woven around you, holding you as you continue to evolve. It is preparing you for a union that is not born of lack and desperation, but of two complete orbits harmonizing into a breathtaking galactic dance. And the most thrilling part? This ever-expanding circle of love you're building, it's the very energy that creates the most fertile ground for a harmonious reunion. But how, you might wonder, do you actually recognize these souls and navigate these connections without getting lost? Well, that's a conversation about tuning into your soul's unique frequency, a story waiting for its moment. Let's be completely honest for a moment. This path you're on, it's not a straight line etched neatly on a map. It's more like a wild, overgrown garden growing in the dark soil of your own soul. Some days, you are the tender gardener, patiently weeding and watering. Other days you feel like the very soil itself, turned over and exposed, wondering when the sun will finally reach you. But can you feel it? The subtle, humming vibration that runs beneath everything. It's the constant, quiet proof that you are not tending this garden alone. The missing, the longing, the sudden healings, the unexpected souls who wander into your space bearing gifts of reflection. These are not isolated incidents. They are pulses of light along the same sacred frequency. They are the universe's way of speaking in a language older than words, a dialect of synchronicity and soul. You have been looking for a sign in the sky, waiting for a single, thunderous boom of confirmation. But the truth is, the confirmation is in the quiet ecology of your own life, blossoming in real time. It's in the way you now face a familiar fear with a newfound steadiness. It's in the easy laughter you share with a new friend that echoes a joy you thought was lost. The connection is not a distant destination. It is the very ground you are walking on, being made holy with every step you take. This journey was never about finding a missing piece outside yourself. That was the grand illusion, the beautiful trick that got you to look in the mirror in the first place. It is about realizing you are the canvas and the artist, the question and the answer, all at once. Your twin flame is not your completion. They are your most profound echo in a universe, desperate to show you your own magnificence. The separation, then, is not a punishment. It is the sacred space required for your own sound to develop its unique resonance, so that when you finally meet again, you don't create a dependent silence, but a harmony that could shake the stars. So, stop straining your eyes toward the horizon for a single silhouette. You are standing in the center of a living, breathing confirmation. Every healed wound is a love letter to your future. Every kindred connection is a thread being woven into a tapestry of support. You are not waiting for love. You are practicing it, embodying it, becoming a sovereign center of it. And in doing so, you are not moving toward him. You are moving toward the version of you that is already and has always been ready. And the most breathtaking part? This entire intricate dance is just preparation for the most creative act of all, the conscious building of a shared reality together. But what tools will you need for that collaboration? Well, that's a conversation about crafting love from a place of wholeness, not lack. And perhaps that is the greatest adventure still to come.